3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. How high am I supposed to count?
Just play, Iggy!
Oh, okay.
Hey, Brave Explorers, have you ever ridden a scooter before? These are so much fun. Sometimes we have to learn to be good listeners.
I wasn't listening. Did you say something?
Great things happen when we work together as a team.
We're a team?
Yeah, we're a family.
Oh, that's better.
How can we forget your hatching day, Iggy?
So, you're saying you love me?
Well, no, I didn't exactly say that.
Let's try it again.
Very interesting, my dear Iggy.
It's very interesting indeed.
Yeah, here we go.
Welcome back to our special about culture in America. I did a segment on my radio show the other day about this new movie Steps, where the evil stepsisters in Cinderella were actually just misunderstood, and they were actually the kind ones. Just like the Wicked Witch in the West was, oh, she was bullied when she was a kid, and she's actually a good person. Everything in our culture today is an inversion of morality, and we need more clarity. C.S. Lewis, J.R. Tolkien, G.K. Chesterton, they all talked about the importance of children's stories. And I love this line from C.S. Lewis. He said, no, let there be wicked kings and beheadings, battles and dungeons, giants and dragons, and let the villains be soundly killed at the end of the book. Make morality clear, good guys, bad guys, and bring our culture back. And someone doing this in an incredible way, directly to our kids, but the adults are watching too, is Kirk Cameron, executive producer of Iggy and Mr. Kirk Season 2, now available on the Angel app. Mr. Kirk, how are you, sir?
Hey, that C.S. Lewis quote is fire. I have to have that quote. I absolutely love that.
If I could just jump in and throw another log onto that fire. You talked about how the stepsisters are actually the good sisters. And this reminds me, you know what? Evil people are not misunderstood. I was watching a documentary recently about the guy named Timothy something or other years ago. He said that grizzly bears were simply misunderstood. They weren't dangerous. They were just misunderstood. And so he went out into this grizzly bear preserve in Alaska for 10 years to just sort of play with the bears. And everybody knew what was going to happen. And it finally did. One day, he went there with his girlfriend. And when they went to pick him up, all they found were 2 human heads and rib cages. Listen, some stuff is dangerous. You can't just reframe the narrative to make it cute and cuddly. And evil is out there, and we must vanquish it. And I believe that we will if we train our children to be heroes, warriors, filled with self-control and goodness, and we play the long game.
Love all that. And the C.S. Lewis point, all 3 of those guys wrote stories about, or essays about how important children's literature is. And the whole point is, it's okay to tell kids that there are dragons. Just make sure there's a St. George at the end to kill the dragon. And you too, kid, you little kid, you are that St. George. You can go out and do amazing things and be brave just the same. So tell me about Iggy and Mr. Kirk. For everyone who doesn't know, what is this? Why did you start this show in the first place?
So Iggy and Mr. Kirk is a brand new children's television show being put out by Angel. Those are the folks who've given us The Chosen, and also Brave Plus, a new streaming platform. Think of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood meets Sesame Street for our kids' generation. Building kids' character, strengthening their faith, prioritizing the family, and teaching them that truth actually matters. So I think that C.S. Lewis and Tolkien and Chesterton would love this show because it embraces all of these values and it contextualizes truth, beauty, and goodness into 2025 so that 5-year-olds can understand what it means to be a boy and a girl, what it means to distinguish truth from error, to understand what a family is, what a marriage is, and how to trust God and where to find truth. This is maybe the most important project I've ever worked on because it's picking up the playbook that says train your children in the way they should go, and when they're old, they'll not depart from it. Teach them the good guys and the bad guys. Tell them the stories. This is all of what Tolkien, Narnia, Lord of the Rings is all about. Remember the signs. Never forget them. Write them down. Teach it to your kids. If you forget them, it is to their great peril. And this is a show that will teach your kids these lessons, and you will be right there along with them as the kids love it. They'll want to see more of Iggy, and you will have an opportunity to use this as a tool in your parenting toolbox.
Can I tell you something I appreciate about the show? I just want to encourage you and all the writers and producers to keep doing this. It doesn't try to capture kids' attention by bright lights and flashes and fast scene cuts and ba-da-da-da-da. It doesn't talk down to our kids like that. It holds attention because it is good, beautiful, and true and entertaining, not because it has scene cuts every 0.2 seconds. Is that intentional?
It is very intentional. In fact, that's one of the things that we researched, and we made sure that we did not do these non-diegetic sounds, like you say, slash, bang, boom, and animal sounds and crazy alien sounds coming from nothing that you see on the screen. And so it chemically and scientifically just freaks out the brain, makes kids ADD worse. All it does is hold their attention so that they can sit through the commercials, and mom will go and buy the stuff. But Mr. Rogers never did that. He slowed it down. He talked. He listened. And he always tried to speak the truth. And that's because he was ultimately at heart a Presbyterian minister. And look, if you are an emissary of the devil and all you're looking to do is exploit children for the sake of money, you're going to do whatever it takes. And then you'll somehow con parents into thinking that you're the truth teller and the one who wants to keep the kids safe. Turns out, no, you're Disney. No, you're Nickelodeon or Netflix, and you're exploiting children. We as parents are the guardians of our children's hearts and minds. We are the protectors of their little souls. And so I would say don't trust anybody with your children, not the government, not your church, not even Mr. Rogers or me. But if you can find those who will support your wise discernment and your good values, then know that they are your friends and they are in the battle with you to slay the dragon.
Great. Yes. Tell us about this character that you decided to make a vulture. Who is this guy?
Yeah. So little Iggy is an adorable green 5-year-old iguana that I, Mr. Kirk, am raising in my backyard treehouse. And he's got to learn all the lessons of a little 5-year-old. Here's one that you're watching. He's got to learn about identity, who he is. He's trying to be someone. But that guy in the window is a vulture named Culture. And Culture the vulture, get it? He's always deceiving Iggy, lying to him, trying to tell him that good is evil and evil is good, having him question who he really is. And Iggy's got to learn the truth. And he learns it from his parents. He learns it from God. And that supercomputer that you see on your screen right now, it's like a based, non-woke ChatGPT who will always tell Iggy the truth. We got our own mailman, just like Mr. Rogers did. There he is, Dan the mailman. And so many other lovable, great characters. There's Vulture. Kids love to hate him, and so do we.
Yeah, I love that you did that. My first thought when I heard about Culture the Vulture, I was like, that's a little on the nose, Kirk. But so is Pilgrim's Progress. Like, he would have done that.
And
he would have called it Culture the Vulture too and would have loved it. So I think it's great.
One of the things I'd like to tell you about Culture is that he's not irredeemable. That's very important for us to remember. Culture can be redeemed. He's not the enemy. He's the opportunity. He's bent and broken and dark-hearted right now. But so were you and I until the light of truth and goodness and beauty invaded it and changed us. And Culture can be redeemed as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's one message that we all, adults or kids, are getting, you think, from Culture that is flying under most people's radar? That you would like people to wake up to and be like, oh man, like we're being fed that? I didn't even realize it.
Yeah. Well, my first thought is that what used to be flying under the radar and being deployed covertly is now being exposed and flaunted openly. So the feminizing and the gayifying of children and culture and sexualizing of little boys and little girls and the grotesque mutilation of the human body and the twisting and perverting of the human soul is happening younger and younger in the institutions that we have been taught to trust. like the medical institutions and the educational institutions and the church institutions. Parents, get on this with both feet. Look what they're doing to your children and the future of our country and the world. If we want hope, we have got to stop outsourcing the sacred role of parenting and education. And we need to be seeing that as our responsibility. And I want to be a friend of yours and a friend of God's in the fight for the healthy hearts and minds of our children.
One last question for you. The puppetry. How do you make these? Who does this? I want the parents who are watching this to appreciate the artistry behind it as well. What's the vision for that, and who pulls that off?
So the scripts are written by the brilliant people at Brave Books who write all the great, cool kids books. And then the puppets are made by a guy named John Kennedy. And John actually worked with Jim Henson. Jim Henson with the Muppets and Kermit and Elmo. And he is a world-class, if not the best puppeteer in the world, who does the voices, he makes the puppets, and operates the puppets, including Culture the Vulture. He made Culture and made Iggy and makes all of the rest as well.
It's awesome. You could tell, right? You can tell. You look at it, you're like, oh, that's first class. That's top-notch professionalism across the board, as is your leadership there too. Where can people watch Iggy and Mr. Kirk?
You can see Iggy and Mr. Kirk, both season 1 and season 2 now on Angel. If you've got Angel and love The Chosen, this is right there with it. You can also watch it on Brave Plus, the new streaming platform that contains over 50 kids' TV shows that are vetted by parents, build character, and strengthen faith.
It's great. Kirk, keep it up. Well done. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man.
Culture doesn't just matter. It's everything. it's everything. It's all that matters. Everything is defined by culture. And I want to prove that by giving just one data point, just one, of who we used to be. This was a law in Connecticut in 1808. Right? The law says, be it further enacted that if any person within this state, having been educated in or having made profession of the Christian religion, shall by writing, printing, teaching, or advised speaking, deny the being of a God, or any one of the persons in the Holy Trinity to be God, or shall assert and maintain that there are more gods than one, or shall deny the Christian religion to be true, or the Holy Scriptures of the Old and New Testament to be of divine authority, and be thereof lawfully convicted before any of the superior courts of the state, shall for the first offense be incapable to have or enjoy any offices or employments, ecclesiastical, civil, or military, or any part of them, and the offices, places, and employments enjoyed by such persons at their conviction shall be void, and such person being a second time convicted of any of the aforesaid crimes shall be disabled to sue, prosecute, plead, or maintain any action or information in law or equity, or be guardian of any child, or executor of any will, or administrator of any estate. All right. I'm not saying we need to reenact that 1808 Connecticut law in the United States or in any other particular state. Just look at this from a 30,000-foot sociological, historical perspective. Let's go to 30,000 feet here and just analyze the situation. Here's a plot of land that we call America that in 1808 had such a culture that said, if you deny the Holy Trinity of God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit, for instance, then you cannot hold any political office. And on a second offense, you are totally cast off and away from all civil society. You can't even be the guardian of any children, lest you poison them with your hedonism and blasphemy. All right. Okay, so here's this place that they called Connecticut. In 1808, here's what they believed, here's a law they passed. Now, here's Connecticut, that same piece of land, different people living on it, same piece of land. Here's what those people now believe. It's very different. Now we can say if it's better or worse, and we can have that conversation, but first we need to acknowledge that it's different. In the opening segment, we compared the culture of America with the culture of Somalia. Okay, very different. But the culture of America today with the culture of America 200 years ago, very different. And it's our job to figure out what's better, because that's the best part about culture, is it can change. You can change it. You can look at the culture of a group of people. You can look at the culture of a country. You can look at the culture of your family. You can change it. Just change it. Right now. Just be different. Look at other cultures and be like, oh, I actually like that. That's a good thing. I want more of that. I always point to like Japanese culture, how they view their elders, right? With great esteem. That's good. We should do more of that. And then there's other aspects of our culture that are very bad we should get rid of. And we change it. I want to share and end with the story of Ed Bombas. Have you heard this story? Why did this story speak to so many people? Here's the original Instagram video that went around the world.
Just seeing if I could have help scanning this. Thank you. What was your name?
Ed.
I'm Sam.
Okay.
I actually had someone nominate you from this store and said you're very hardworking.
Well, I try to be.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 88.
And still working?
Yes, I have to.
Why do you have to keep working?
Retired from General Motors in 99. 2012, I went bankrupt and they took my pension away from me.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a wife?
She passed away 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
She was sick when I lost my pension.
So you've been struggling a bit?
A little bit.
You said that you lost your pension?
Yes, sir, I did. I was in the Army back in 66.
So you're a veteran too?
Yes. The thing that hurt me the most was my wife was real sick. And they, when they took the pension, they also took the health care coverage.
Yeah.
And all but $10,000 of my life insurance.
Oh my gosh.
So I sold the house, sold the property I had, and we made it through. My wife died 7 years ago. Since then, I've been trying to reestablish myself.
And you're working here how many days a week?
I work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day.
And you do that because you have to, or?
Yeah, I don't have enough income.
What's your dream?
To live somewhat the life I was hoping for.
I'd like to share your story and try and, get people to help you retire.
Well, thank you.
Of course. You're amazing. I want to give you $400 here as a tip. Of course. You're amazing,
Thank you.
man. Of course.
I don't know what to say. It's going a long way to help me.
Give you a hug?
Yeah, thank you.
Lots of love.
I want to know who nominated Ed. Okay, so why did that speak to so many people? They opened up a GoFundMe and people donated $2 million. Why did that connect with so many people? If I had to pick a couple things. First, gratitude. You saw the gratitude he had at $400. He wasn't saying, well, give me more, right? Just amazing gratitude. We appreciate that. He was a victim of an injustice, but he wasn't whining. Right? He said, we made it through. Injustice taken away his pension and all the rest. He's a hard worker. So we still value people in America who work hard and again, don't complain. Right? He said, you got to do what you got to do. Or you do what you got to do. He said in another interview I saw that he went to work also, he decided to be as friendly as he could to everyone he met because that was the best thing to take his mind off of any depression because of his wife's death. That's what he said. So there's true love as well. So we have 4 points of culture that we value in America still. $2 million worth. Perseverance, gratitude, hard work, true love. Ed Bombas is a great example of what America used to be. But the good news is we clearly still value it today. We yearn for it in America. We want that still. We all want to be like Ed. We want everyone else to be more like Ed. We want to be around people of gratitude. We want to see people persevere. We admire this man's work ethic. And we tear up at his love for his wife. Thank goodness. Isaiah 5:20 says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light, light for darkness, bitter for sweet, sweet for bitter. At least in this story, we can see that people are still calling good, good, and can still see good and understand and appreciate that it is good. Here's to more of that. I have a podcast called Politics by Faith. You can download it anywhere you listen to podcasts. We take the news of the day, run it through a biblical filter, and I think you'll enjoy it. Politics by Faith, wherever you listen to podcasts. Mike Slater, The First TV. Spread the word.